Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that within you lies the ability to change the world, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you? Think about that for a moment. The decisions you make today, the actions you take right now could ripple out and inspire thousands, even millions. But here's the catch. Most people never unlock this potential because they're too afraid to take the first step. Let me ask you what's stopping you. Is it fear? Is it doubt? Or are you waiting for someone else to give you permission? I've got news for you. No one is coming to save you, and no one is coming to crown you a leader. Leadership isn't given, it's claimed. By the end of this speech, you'll understand exactly how to step into that role. Not tomorrow, not someday, but today. Every leader starts with a vision. This isn't just a fleeting thought or a vague hope. It's a crystal clear picture of a future that doesn't yet exist, but that you are determined to bring to life. A powerful vision is like a magnet that pulls you forward, even on the hardest days. It gives meaning to the grind, purpose to the struggle, and clarity to the chaos. Without a vision, leadership is like wandering through a forest without a map. You might move, but you won't necessarily make progress. A true leader doesn't just move, they chart a course and inspire others to follow it. Your vision must come from deep within you. It's not about mimicking someone else's dream or chasing what's popular. It's about what resonates with you on a soul level. What is the change you want to see in the world? What do you want to stand for? If you can't answer those questions, you haven't yet unlocked your full potential as a leader. Vision isn't just about seeing the future, it's about seeing the role you're meant to play in shaping it. Here's the thing, a vision doesn't have to be grand in scale to be powerful. You don't need to dream of curing world hunger or building a billion-dollar empire, though those are certainly worthy goals. Sometimes the most impactful vision starts small. Maybe it's about creating a better life for your family, transforming your local community, or simply inspiring one person to believe in themselves. The size of the vision doesn't matter, it's the clarity and conviction behind it that counts. When you commit to your vision, something incredible happens. You start to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You find solutions to problems that once seemed insurmountable. It's as if the world begins to align with your purpose, opening doors you didn't even know existed. That's the power of a leader's vision. It not only transforms your own mindset, but it also inspires others to believe in the impossible. A leader's vision isn't just about personal ambition, it's about serving a greater purpose. The most compelling visions don't focus on what you can achieve for yourself, but on what you can do for others. People are drawn to leaders who care about making a difference, who show them a path to a better future. When your vision is rooted in contribution and impact, it becomes magnetic. It pulls people in, uniting them under a common goal. And here's the critical piece: of vision alone isn't enough. It must be backed by action. Too many people have dreams that never leave their minds. A leader turns their vision into a mission, creating a roadmap to make it real. They don't just talk about it, they live it, breathe it, and fight for it every single day. They use their vision as both their compass and their fuel, especially when the road gets tough. So if you want to become a leader, start by asking yourself, what is the future I want to create? Get specific, feel it, see it in your mind as if it's already real. Then commit to it with everything you have. Because a leader without a vision is just a follower waiting for direction. Overcoming fear and self-doubt is one of the most fundamental steps toward becoming a leader. Fear and doubt are natural. They are part of being human. But what separates leaders from everyone else is not the absence of these emotions, but how they respond to them. Most people let fear dictate their actions, or worse, paralyze them entirely. They stay in their comfort zones, telling themselves stories about why they're not ready, why they're not good enough, or why someone else is better suited to step up. Leaders, however, learn to face fear head on and use it as a driving force rather than a barrier. Fear often whispers lies: you're not capable, you'll fail, or people will judge you. These doubts are often rooted in past experiences or societal conditioning, but they are rarely a reflection of your true potential. Leaders recognize these voices for what they are: signals, not stop signs. Fear is not meant to hold you back, it's meant to wake you up. It's your mind and body telling you that you're standing at the edge of something significant, something that matters. Leaders lean into that discomfort because they know it's where growth happens. Self-doubt, too, is a common enemy. It's that nagging voice inside your head that questions whether you're smart enough, talented enough, or deserving enough to lead. But here's the truth: no leader starts out feeling fully ready. The greatest leaders you admire today once doubted themselves. They didn't have all the answers or perfect confidence. What they had was the willingness to act despite their doubts. Leadership is not about being fearless, it's about being courageous. And courage isn't the absence of fear, it's taking action even when fear is present. The key to overcoming fear and self-doubt is perspective. Leaders don't see challenges as threats, they see them as opportunities to grow stronger. They don't focus on what could go wrong, they focus on what could go right. Fear tends to magnify the risks, but leaders balance that by amplifying the rewards. They understand that failure is not the opposite of success, but a part of the journey toward it. Every failure teaches something invaluable, every setback builds resilience, and every step forward strengthens confidence. Another important aspect of overcoming fear and doubt is to take action, no matter how small. Action is the antidote to fear. The moment you take that first step, however uncertain or imperfect it may be, you break fear's grip. Leaders know that confidence doesn't come first, action does. Confidence is built through doing, through proving to yourself that you can handle whatever comes your way. And with each action, fear begins to lose its power. Finally, leaders surround themselves with people who lift them up, not tear them down. They seek mentors, peers, and communities that remind them of their worth and potential when their inner critic grows too loud. Leadership isn't a solo journey, it's about drawing strength from others and then passing that strength on. So if fear and self-doubt are holding you back, know this: they're not a sign that you can't lead, they're a sign that you are on the verge of something meaningful. Feel the fear. Acknowledge the doubt. Then move forward anyway. That's what leaders do. They choose courage over comfort and purpose over perfection. And in doing so, they prove to themselves in the world that fear and doubt are no match for determination and vision. Taking massive action is the defining trait of every great leader. It's not the ideas, plans, or dreams that separate those who lead from those who follow. It's the willingness to take bold, decisive steps forward. Leaders understand that thinking, planning, and strategizing have their place, but action is what creates change. Action turns ideas into reality, and reality is where leaders thrive. You can have the greatest vision in the world, but without action, it's nothing more than a wish. Many people spend their lives waiting for the perfect time, the perfect opportunity, or the perfect plan to come together before they move. But leaders know that perfection is an illusion. There will never be a moment when all the stars align and every risk is eliminated. If you wait for certainty, you'll wait forever. Leaders embrace imperfection. They take the best information they have in the moment, make a decision, and move. They understand that it's better to start imperfectly than to never start at all. Action creates momentum, and momentum is a powerful force. Once you're in motion, opportunities that you couldn't have seen from the starting line begin to appear. Taking massive action doesn't mean being reckless, it means being decisive and relentless. It's about refusing to let fear, doubt, or overthinking keep you stagnant. It's about choosing progress over procrastination every single day. Leaders are not paralyzed by the fear of making a mistake. They know that mistakes are inevitable, but inaction is the real failure. Every action, even if it doesn't lead to the intended result, teaches something valuable. Leaders use those lessons to adjust, refine, and move forward with even greater clarity and confidence. Massive action also requires energy and commitment. It's not about doing one big thing once and then waiting for the results to roll in. It's about consistently showing up, putting in the effort, and doing the work, even when it's hard, inconvenient, or uncomfortable. Leadership isn't a one-time decision, it's a daily practice. Leaders don't rely on bursts of motivation, they build discipline. They set a standard for themselves and they hold themselves accountable to it. This consistency inspires others, showing them what's possible when you're all in. Action isn't just about you, it's also about the impact you have on those around you. When you take massive action, you give others permission to do the same. Your boldness inspires boldness in others. People see your willingness to step out, take risks, and lead by example, and it empowers them to follow your lead. This ripple effect is what makes action so transformative. Leaders don't just change their own lives, they create waves of change that influence countless others. Ultimately, taking massive action is about ownership. Leaders don't wait for circumstances to change or for someone else to step in and make things happen. They take responsibility for their outcomes. They know that success isn't guaranteed, but inaction guarantees failure. Leaders act because they believe in their vision, they trust in their ability to adapt, and they understand that every great achievement begins with a decision to try. So when you're faced with a choice between waiting for the perfect moment or taking the first imperfect step, choose action. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Leadership isn't about having all the answers, it's about having the courage to move forward, even when the path isn't clear. Take massive action and watch how the world begins to shift in your favor. The art of influence is at the very heart of leadership. Leadership isn't about titles, authority, or power. It's about the ability to inspire, motivate, and guide others toward a common goal. Influence is what allows leaders to build trust, foster collaboration, and create momentum. It's not something that happens by accident. It's a skill that leaders cultivate with intention. To lead effectively, you must understand how to connect with people on a deep and meaningful level. Because leadership is not about commanding, it's about communicating. Influence begins with authenticity. People follow leaders they trust, and trust comes from being genuine. Leaders who try to manipulate or project an image of perfection quickly lose credibility. People can sense insincerity, and when they disconnect. Real influence comes from being real, acknowledging your strengths and weaknesses, sharing your journey, and being willing to show vulnerability when appropriate. Authenticity isn't about being flawless, it's about being human. When you lead with authenticity, people see that you're not just leading for your benefit, but for the greater good. The most influential leaders understand the importance of listening. Influence isn't about talking louder or commanding attention, it's about understanding. When you truly listen to someone, you're not just hearing their words, you're understanding their fears, desires, and motivations. This kind of listening builds trust and creates a connection that goes far deeper than surface-level communication. Leaders who listen well are able to tap into what matters most to their people and use that understanding to inspire action. Influence is as much about empathy as it is about strategy. Communication is another critical element of influence. Great leaders know how to communicate in a way that not only informs but also inspires. It's not enough to tell people what to do, you must show them why it matters. People don't follow because they're told that they follow because they believe in the cause, the mission, or the vision. Leaders who master the art of influence paint a vivid picture of what's possible. They don't just share facts, they tell stories, create emotion, and make their message resonate on a personal level. When people feel the purpose behind your words, they're far more likely to take action. Consistency is also key to influence. People want to know they can rely on you, that your words and actions align. Leaders who say one thing but do another erode trust and lose influence. But leaders who consistently demonstrate integrity and follow through on their promises build loyalty over time. Consistency shows people that you mean what you say and that they can depend on you, even in challenging times. Lastly, influence is about empowering others. True leaders don't hoard power, they share it. They lift others up, help them grow, and give them the tools and confidence to lead in their own right. When you empower people, you're not just influencing them in the moment, you're creating a ripple effect that can extend far beyond your reach. Great leaders measure their influence not by the number of followers they have, but by the number of leaders they create. At its core, influence is about relationships. It's about building trust, communicating effectively, and showing people that they matter. It's about inspiring belief not just in your vision, but in themselves. When you master the art of influence, you're not just leading people, you're lighting a fire within them. And when people are truly inspired, there's no limit to what they can achieve. That is the power of influence in leadership. Resilience through setbacks is what separates temporary leaders from those who leave a lasting legacy. Every leader faces challenges, failures, and moments of doubt. It's inevitable. Leadership is not a smooth path. It's a journey marked by obstacles, detours, and storms. What defines a leader is not how they perform when everything is going well, but how they rise when everything seems to be falling apart. Resilience isn't just a trait, it's a mindset and a skill that leaders cultivate through experience, reflection, and persistence. Setbacks are not signs of failure, they are signs of progress. They indicate that you are in the arena, taking risks and moving forward. Too often, people view setbacks as a reason to give up. They see challenges as insurmountable walls rather than stepping stones to greater growth. Leaders think differently. They understand that setbacks are an essential part of success. They are opportunities to learn, adapt, and become stronger. Leaders don't ask, why is this happening to me? Instead, they ask, what is this teaching me? This shift in perspective is what allows them to keep moving forward, no matter the circumstances. Resilience begins with a deep sense of purpose. When you're clear about why you're leading and what you're working towards, setbacks lose their power to derail you. Your purpose becomes your anchor. It reminds you why you started, and it gives you the strength to keep going when the going gets tough. Leaders who are connected to their purpose see setbacks not as barriers, but as part of the journey towards something meaningful. They know that every great achievement requires perseverance, and they're willing to endure the struggle because the goal is worth it. Resilience is also built through mindset. Leaders cultivate a mindset that views challenges as temporary and solvable. They don't allow themselves to become consumed by negativity or self-pity. Instead, they focus on what they can control and take proactive steps to address the situation. They understand that failure is not a reflection of their worth or potential, it's simply feedback. Every setback carries a lesson, and every lesson brings them closer to their goals. Leaders embrace these moments as opportunities to refine their strategies and grow as individuals. Another key to resilience is adaptability. Leaders understand that the path to success is rarely linear. Plans change, circumstances shift, and unexpected obstacles arise. Resilient leaders are flexible. They adjust their approach without losing sight of their vision. They know that setbacks often lead to breakthroughs, and they remain open to new ideas and solutions. This ability to pivot and adapt is what allows them to turn challenges into opportunities. Support systems also play a vital role in resilience. Even the strongest leaders need people to lean on. Whether it's mentors, peers, or a trusted team, having a network of support can make all the difference. These connections provide encouragement, perspective, and practical advice during tough times. Leaders don't try to go it alone, they draw strength from the people around them, and in turn, inspire those people by demonstrating resilience in action. Ultimately, resilience is about persistence. It's about getting back up again and again, no matter how many times you've been knocked down. It's about refusing to let setbacks define you or deter you from your vision. True leaders are relentless in their pursuit of their goals. They don't just survive setbacks, they thrive because of them. Every challenge they overcome strengthens their character, sharpens their skills, and deepens their resolve. Resilience is the backbone of leadership. It's what keeps you moving forward when the world says you should stop. It's what turns adversity into advantage and failure into fuel. If you want to be a leader who makes an impact, you must embrace setbacks as part of the process. They are not there to break you, they are there to build you. And when you rise stronger from every fall, you inspire others to do the same. That is the true mark of leadership. Leadership is ultimately about service. It's not about the perks, the recognition, or the authority. It's about making a difference in the lives of others. A true leader understands that their role is not to command, but to contribute, not to elevate themselves, but to uplift those around them. Leadership rooted in service creates impact that lasts far beyond the individual. It builds trust, inspires loyalty, and cultivates meaningful change. When you lead with a servant's heart, people don't just follow you, they believe in you and the purpose you stand for. Service begins with the mindset of putting others first. It's about recognizing that leadership is not about you, it's about the people you serve. Great leaders are driven by the desire to create value, solve problems, and leave the world a little better than they found it. They don't seek to impose their will, but to understand the needs and aspirations of the people they lead. This mindset fosters a deep connection, showing others that their voices matter and their contributions are valued. At the core of service is empathy. Leaders who serve take the time to step into the shoes of those they lead. They seek to understand not just what people do, but why they do it, what they need, and what challenges they face. Empathy builds bridges of trust, creating an environment where people feel seen, heard, and respected. When people feel that their leader genuinely cares about their well-being and success, they are more motivated to give their best and to stand united in pursuit of a shared vision. Serving others also means empowering them. A leader who serves is not interested in controlling others or holding all the power. Instead, they strive to create opportunities for others to grow, succeed, and shine. They build environments where people are encouraged to take initiative, innovate, and step into their own leadership potential. By empowering others, leaders not only amplify their impact, but also create a legacy of growth and transformation. Service-oriented leadership is not about creating followers, it's about cultivating more leaders. Humility is another key aspect of leadership through service. Leaders who serve understand that they are not above the people they lead. They approach their role with humility, acknowledging that they don't have all the answers and that they can learn from everyone around them. This humility fosters collaboration and a sense of shared purpose, breaking down barriers and creating a culture of mutual respect. People are drawn to leaders who are approachable, authentic, and willing to roll up their sleeves to work alongside them. Service-based leadership is not always easy. It requires sacrifice, patience, and a willingness to put others' needs ahead of your own. It means making tough decisions for the greater good, even when they come at a personal cost. But it's precisely this selflessness that makes service-oriented leaders stand out. Their commitment to serving others creates a ripple effect, inspiring those around them to adopt the same mindset and approach. Ultimately, leadership through service is about leaving a legacy. It's about asking yourself, how have I impacted the lives of others? What change have I created that will endure? Great leaders measure their success not by their titles or achievements, but by the lives they've touched and the difference they've made. When you lead with a focus on service, you create a lasting impact that transcends individual accomplishments. You build something greater than yourself, something that continues to grow, inspire, and make a difference long after you're gone. Leadership at its highest level is service in action.